3 and 2 and 1. Hello, yes, hi. My name is Keelan Brophy and I'm here today to talk to you about why I should be a fashion designer. Let's get into it. This is a little bit about me. What do I like to do? This is what I like to do. I like clothes, I like guitar, I like art, I like boots and shoes, I love to make things, I love to play video games, and I love technology. This is the drawing I started out when I started, just to kind of get a feel of how the model body is drawn, and played around with fabrics and stuff. And eventually I moved on to what I like to do. What is my design philosophy? I love practicality. As long as it looks good, I want it to do as much as possible. I love striking looks as well. I really like looking different, you know? I don't like being boring. As well as this, I want to look unique. I want to show who I am without being terribly garish. I think this looks lovely. This is relatively not common, you know? It's useful with the hat, has a handbag as well. Practical shoes, lovely, love it. Even has pockets. Let's talk about short people. Yay! Design an outfit that best complements short people. There is a problem in the fashion world. People love talking about tall models, which is fine. She looks lovely, but she isn't talked about nearly as much, and that's a problem. I don't think it's her fault, but people aren't really playing to their strengths. Now this woman looks lovely in this long, tall dress, and this woman looks lovely in a nice, short dress. I think that these dresses best complement the height of each person. So let's lean into that and make a nice party dress, like a cocktail dress, because I think that the big flowy skirt makes it pop even more, gives it a nice, you know, gives it a presence. So I got to work, I did some sketches, and I started playing around with different features, different elements, until I landed on this. This is a black and checkered cocktail dress with a nice lace. I don't know, busted neck, is that turtleneck? It's made with quite shiny, almost satiny cotton. Some checkerboard for the belt, also made of cotton. And some lace for the lace on top. Short girls look amazing, but they look best playing to their strengths. Here they are, yeah, they both look great. And they're both wearing the short thing, and that girl's even wearing boots. Love it. Moving on. Pop culture's culture. People love things. They love the things they recognize. We can all recognize this thing. What do people recognize most? Logos. Fashion logos, not fashion logos. This is a good logo. This logo makes me want to buy a laptop more than anything else in the past 10 years. And I like him. I like his logo. But we're going to talk about Pepsi. Pepsi is the king of logos. They've always had great logos, a great look to them, especially when these came out. These were cans that were released in 1990, and I fucking love how they look. So I want to take these two cans in particular and actually make them into fashion. So I did some sketches, I played around on this template of a shirt, you know, how that they would best blend together, and I ended up with this. There it is. Yeah, it's just the two, it's all like the what do you call it, confetti of the third can, and then the surfing guy of the surfing can. I think it's so much fun, and it gives so much more color, because we're missing so much color in our clothes today. Pepsi makes great looking clothes. How do we know this? Because they made them in the past. I missed that H&M line. I hope it comes back. Moving on. Digital watches. I like digital watches. I wear a digital watch. I think it's better than analog. I do. But I want to make a new luxurious digital watch. Here's where we are with watches right now. Old people, that style hasn't changed in about 40, 50 years. I don't know if it will. It's just always been that way. And sporty people, which is fully featured, it's waterproof, it's all that, you know, it's great. It's just bulky and sporty, and it's fine for sports, but it's not for not sports. And then we have the Apple Watch, the smart watches, which these aren't watches. These are not watches. The problem with these is that if I have to worry, oh God, is my watch gonna not tell the time, it has failed as a watch. So let's go into fixing that. How are we gonna fix that? We're gonna take the good looking watches. These are really nice looking watches. We're going to take these watches and just kind of shove some digital bits in them. That's exactly what I did. I took some shells that I thought looked nice, played around with their colours, changed their shapes a little bit, and then I put some LCDs in them. There's more. I really like that design. And then I ended up with this final one as well. I kept that one as well. And then I ended up with these three. I really like this look. I love like the bold, just two color, black and red. That looks great. I love that. With a dyed LCD. This is like a leather gunmetal, like a really geometric look. I really like that. I think that would look good on any lad's body. And this really nice, elegant, just metal banded double cross. It looks great. Even has a reverse LCD to make it look more silvery and glittery. And I think there's a place for this. I think that there's a place in this world for this kind of digital watch. And there is my digital watch that I'm wearing right now. It looks fine, but this shouldn't be the most elegant digital watch I can get, you know? Daily fashion. Daily fashion is in a pitiful state right now. It really, really is. And I want to fix it. What's the big problem with daily fashion? Yeah, like we all know it. It's, you know, there's a reason why everyone knows about it, you know? You can't fit anything in a woman's jeans pocket. How do we fix this? Well, we look back 20 years. I love cargo pants. I think they're so practical and they're so not today's fashion trends because people today love tighter clothes. What I want to do is I want to take all the practicalities of this and all the style of this and kind of mash them together. And that's what I got to. I sketched it out. I drew it with a nice, you know, nice tight form-fitting look. I did a nice tight form-fitting look. I even added all the pockets. I even did a little embroidery to make it pop out more. And I ended up with this. Now this is still very early 2000s looking, but I just love the early 2000s looks. But no, this is a much tighter form-fitting pair of cargo pants. And they look great. I don't think that they would stand out very much at all nowadays. Daily fashion is in a sorry place right now, but it can definitely be helped. Yeah, she is wearing, you know, the tight leather pants, but, you know, she has plenty of pockets in the coat. She'll be fine. Lovely. She even has a hat. Speaking of coats and jackets, look at this lovely coat. It looks great. I love how it looks. It's not a coat. It's like a thick jacket. It's not thick enough to be a coat. Where are the coats? These are the coats. These are our choices of coats these days. Yeah. Let's fix this. What did I look to? Where do you go when you want to have the best, you know, the best quality? The military. Look at that, lovely. That I'm sweating looking at that, let alone in it. And I love it. I love how it looks. It's all made of cottons. It's nice and thick. So I went about just tailoring it. That I realized very quickly that I didn't even need to do that. I just went on to the clean drawing because I just tailored an existing coat using thick army cottons and a lovely fleecy inside. I think that looks great, and I definitely think that it could be done, and I think that women want nice coats too, nice thick coats. Look how happy this woman is. Now, I had a long look to see if I could find a nice happy woman in a coat, in an army coat, and that really was the only one I could find. Oh, at least she looks warm. Moving on. Men's fashion. Men aren't safe either. Look at me. I look awful. But these people look worse. And why do they look worse? We've been over this. You know, we don't need to do this anymore. But also this. Who did this? Who decided that this was a good idea? This looks awful. And it is awful. Not just because it doesn't go there, but mostly because it doesn't hold much. It's made to go on your hip, and it's not meant to have much force. When it's down like that, you can have far more stuff held in there. Went on to Google, and yeah, look, exactly what I'm saying. You can get so much more in that. And it still has the same tight fitting, you know, doesn't slosh around. Same design as the before. Yeah, great. What did I do? I did nothing, because I hate drawing men. And this is what I came up with. Oh dear, I really cannot draw men. Yeah, I gave him a nicer jacket. I gave him that bag in the photo. Yeah, final thought, fuck drawing men. I cannot stand drawing men. It's hard, it's difficult. It's not even difficult, it's just boring, and I don't have any practice because it bores me. bleeding edge fashion. Coming up with the next future trend. I love this idea. What is bleeding edge though? Is this bleeding edge? No, because no one in their right mind would wear that unless they want a lot of attention or weird looks. This is bleeding edge fashion because it's not now, but it could be. Oops, there we go. It's not now, but it could be for the future. This is what people could be wearing in the future. I don't know, maybe. So I was digging around looking, hey, what could be done in the future? And I found this photo. This isn't just like a publicity stunt. Maybe it is, I don't know. But it's gone beyond just slapping a man in a woman's dress and saying, hey, look, society, etc. No, this was a genuine attempt to look good, and I think it looks amazing. So then I did some more digging, and then I found the Harry Styles controversy, and yeah, no, I think they both look great. So I want to go more into that. I want to go further with that. What if men wore dresses? Well, I started playing around with sketches, I played around with the shapes, colors, things like that, until I settled on this. This is a button-up shirt made of silk that goes all the way down, flowing down into a full gown. It uses a nice skinny suit made of generic, suit cotton, and a nice striking red tie to tie it all together. Final thoughts, it's definitely doable. I think that is it's close enough to what men traditionally wear that it might be accepted into society more. Oh dear. God rest his soul. He went too soon. I still miss him. Please come back. History's forgotten. Design clothes that are based on a point in history. So I got a book for this. I got a book for this portfolio, and I went through all of the oddities and all like the weird fashion and like the stuff that was forgotten over history. Like this and that one. Yes. Yes. And I think that these all look great. I didn't do any of them, none of these ones, but I just wanted to show off that I read a book for this project. Look, she even has a watch clasp in her bag. I want that back now. What did I just land on though? 1930s gowns. I love the look of these 1930s gowns. I think that they're sleek. I think that they still look modern today. I love the open back of this one, and I want to play with it more. So I did some sketching. I played around with the shapes. I played around with the different looks that were had until I settled on this design. Here it is. This is a black satin with gold accent dress. It's backless, it's strapless, it's all things in the middle. Yeah, there's a reason why that design is still used today. Look, here it is. This was what, 2-3 years ago? Almost an exact same dress. Mine's just nicer. The final part, practicality overall. Create fashion that is pure practicality. What's practicality to me though? This is practicality to me. This is my coat. Now, when I first got it, I thought, wow, this is really boxy, it's very big, it kind of makes me look extra chunky. But then I saw this feature. This is a zipper. Because this is a thick anorak, you're not supposed to open it because of how cold it is outside. So they put the inside pocket behind the little zipper flap so that you can still have an inside pocket. That sold me on this €80 jacket. Also the fact that it was, reduced to €18. That was nice too. So I did some looking around, and then I thought about this, traveling. Remember that? I love traveling, but I especially love the idea of these backpacks. These suitcase backpack designs are an amazing concept, and they're done horribly. They have these teeny tiny wheels. It doesn't really go on your back properly because the things jam into your back. It's awful, it's awful, it's awful. And it's just a big tube strapped to your back. So I decided, why don't I take this? This is cheap and looks ready to fall apart, but this mechanism design is exactly what we need. If I take this, reinforce everything in it, and put it on a more conventional backpack design, that could lead to an amazing, amazing product. So I did some sketching, as I tend to do, and I did my backpack, I did all the mechanics of it, I played around with how the bars would go, what it would look like from the top, the bottom, all that stuff, how it would look like folded out, how it would fold up, until I fell on this design. So, what do we have here? We have a bag wheel cover. I'm actually going to do that again. One sec. Sorry, I stopped for a drink. Anyway, until I fell on this design. What is this design? This design is a bag wheel cover that hides some folded up wheels and legs that deploy out with the press of a button. The bag wheel cover zips off and actually folds back into the back of the van, back of the bag. The bag wheel cover then comes off and folds back into the back of the bag through the wheel cover compartment. It also has a handle compartment as well, where that zips out to bring out the handle of the bag. These wheels fold out as well and the legs deploy with the buttons. The straps of the bag also fold into the same compartment through the top zipper as well. That holds the handle, which is great. And then this is just generally how it would look, the handle at full height. And there it is. There's my backpack design concept. My final thoughts: I love well thought fashion. I just found this today. I really, really like it. It's clever. Anyway, that's it. That's it really. Thank you so much for listening to me show you through the work I've done over the past few weeks. Yeah, thank you. If you have any more questions, please email me at this email address, keelanbrophy.cm15@gmail.com. And thank you again. Thank you. Bye-bye now. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right. That should be that.